terms of what the viewer experiences, we don't really have set ideas. I think that's the whole point of setting it up, to see what experience they have and how they perceive it and how they respond and interact with it. That's the actually interesting bit, this variety of stuff which you cannot plan or predict or anticipate.
What we want to be important when you come around the corner or when when you walk up, basically is this monolith of 100 square meters by 5 meter high water. So everything else we try to kind of blend into the background.
We were working on an entirely different project based on earlier printing explorations that we did, and we wanted to basically show or display or print an image with droplets of water on a vast surface, and came up with a quite convoluted and complicated technical system that would have been necessary to achieve that. At the point where this whole idea became too convoluted and too complicated, suddenly it took very little time to go like, if we can do that, we might as well just immerse a person in this whole thing.
According to the presence of something or someone, we switch the rain off above them.
So the dry moves in real time with you, like a circle around you. This special lighting we decided to go for is quite prevalent in the rain room, but you didn't see any of the rain, you just felt and smelled and got really wet as well to begin with. That came along the way. There was always quite a strong sound component.
It's incredibly integral because it is what it is. You know, you can't fake that, or you could, but it wouldn't be the same. Like, being in the middle is very different to being outside viewing the piece. So being completely surrounded and immersed by this. And I found it quite interesting. You have little groups of people just talking to each other, but you have no idea what they say, and they're actually quite close to you because it's all the upper range of audio is completely wiped out because of the sound is this kind of white noise. So it cocoons you, puts you in kind of a trance state because actually it's at some point so deafening that you can't think, which is lovely.
I was really curious about how it would feel to be there, not specifically to trigger any memories or something, just to be that close yet quite cocooned and protected. And I think that curiosity, from my perspective, drove my enthusiasm for the installation.
There wasn't something as such where we thought like, oh yeah, we want people to feel like this. There was one person who said, oh yeah, it's like sleepwalking. And we're like, oh, that's interesting, but it was never conceived as like, okay, we want people to experience or to feel this. It was more like what you would actually do. Would you actually go in or not?
What do you do with a rain room?